Hey everyone, let's go ahead and continue to talk about pitch. We're going to talk a little bit about semitones and how we can talk about chords and scales when we are able to talk about half steps and whole steps, and how the chords and scales are different patterns of whole steps and half steps. But when we talk about tones, remember that the keyboard is made up of 12 tones. Well, at least for this type of keyboard here. So just remember that when you're going up little by little, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, there's 12 different tones that you hear in every octave because it's spaced in a way that each of these different steps, they're known as half steps, each of these steps have an equal sound that you're hearing right now. Just so you know, they are called semitones. So the distance between this key and this key is a semitone. That's known as a half step. And when you have two semitones, that's a whole step. So again, the C and D, they're a whole step apart. So when you talk about a C major scale, going up, it has a different sequence of whole and half steps. Oh, if we go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, then you're going to go take a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So, C, whole, whole, half, whole, whole, half. Again, we're just measuring the distance in terms of the different semitones, right? Two semitones is a whole step, one semitone is a half step. That's how you can tell a scale apart. And once you change the key, it's going to be a little bit hard to adjust, but it's not impossible. You're able to adjust when you're able to know the pattern of the whole and the half steps. So go ahead, C, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. When you're learning about the minor scale, it's a little different because we have certain keys that are adjusted. It's a little bit different from the major scale because when we have our C major scale, this key becomes this key, and then these two keys go down by a semitone. So again, for the minor scale, these three go down by a semitone. And yeah, let's go ahead and have C, have a whole step, have a half step, whole step, half step, whole step, and whole step. Just like that. So again, whole, half, whole, half, whole. C major, whole, half, whole, half. C minor, whole, whole, half, whole, half, whole. Yeah, I get a little hesitant sometimes. But that's basically how the tones, or rather the pitch, kind of works in an equally spaced system, or equally spaced, how would I say it? Equally spaced environment. There are different tunes or tunings of pianos and keyboards, different temperaments. Well, we won't go into that now, but just so you know, there's different tunes. Even back then, there were different pitches or different frequencies of the waves, and different keys would have different sounds based on how they are related to each other. We just so happen to have the 12 tone equally temperament scale or equal temperament piano. You can adjust the tuning on this one so that you can be able to hear how tuning plays a huge role in how we hear certain notes, right? We'll go over the scale a little later. But when we raise the key by 50%, you're going to hear what's between C and C sharp. And this is going to be between D and C sharp, so on and so forth. You can also hear what's 50% lower just by putting negative 50 here. That's between these two. And then go back to our regular tuning. And then 50% higher. And then when you have 100% higher, that's just the semitone. Yeah, hope this helps, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.